Sound baths are becoming more popular every year, and yet there are still many misunderstandings that people have about them. Some think that you have to be immersed in water, or you have to be spiritual, or follow some mystical path for them to have any effect. In this video, we're going to look at 5 of the biggest myths about sound baths and see if we can't clear those up. So welcome along. My name's Chris Nicholson. I'm a shamanic practitioner and a sound therapist. I've been working with sound and voice for over 20 years, and I do regular sound baths with my partner here in the UK. And if you're new here, this is part of a series of videos where we explain how sound baths work, the various instruments that are used, and how they can benefit you and everybody else out there, and hopefully entice you to come along to one of ours or somebody else's sound bath local to you. So let's have a look at some of those myths. Number 1, which we've already mentioned, is that some people think that you have to be fully immersed in water, or water has some part of the process during a sound bath. And this just isn't true. Where that comes from is actually that you are being bathed in sound. It's a metaphor. You are surrounded by these beautiful instruments that create these wonderful vibrations that permeate your skin and do affect the water that's inside of you. But actually it's the sound that bathes you, it's the vibration that bathes you. So you are completely wrapped in that sound, bathed in it. And that's where the phrase comes from. During the sound bath, you are welcome to lie down or sit comfortably so that the practitioner can then work with the sound to give you a wonderful, relaxing treatment. So that's myth number 1. What's myth number 2? That's that sound baths are very spiritual or woo-woo or mystical, and that you have to believe in all that for them to have a beneficial effect for you. But actually that's not true. While there are many practitioners who do have a spiritual inclination and will bring parts of their spiritual practice into their sound baths, these can be done in a very scientific and therapeutic manner as well. And whichever part of the spectrum that people work within, they're all very beneficial, because it's the sound waves themselves coupled with the intention of the practitioner. And these, as I've already mentioned, the sound waves permeate your skin. They go deep within your body and they work with your muscles, and you set your cells. And I'm sure you'll know that when you're in a particular frame of mind and you put on some of your favourite music, it completely changes your mood. It can calm you, it can settle you down, it can de-stress you. And that's really what a sound bath is doing. It's a very focused way of looking at sound as a healing modality for relaxation, de-stressing and releasing anxiety. So they're very, very powerful, but they're, as mentioned, they can be spiritually inclined, but that's on the practitioner. But they don't need to be. They can be very scientific and therapeutic and directly focused on that line. So that's the second myth. The third myth, that you have to be able to be a master meditator to be able to get into the zone and for the sound waves to have their effect. Well, this just isn't true. These sound waves, as we play these singing bowls and the gong and the tuning forks and all these other instruments, they require nothing from you. All you have to do is relax, lie down or sit down if you prefer, and just let them do their work. Let the sounds wash over you, drift off, perhaps drift off to sleep a little bit, or off in a magical journey within your mind, or perhaps stay very present in the room and listen to all the sounds and wonder how the practitioner is making each individual noise and tone. But you don't need to be a master meditator. You don't ever need to have meditated before. You can just come along, try this out, and I've seen many cases where people on their very first go have had a profound experience of healing and deep, deep relaxation. So that's the third myth. What's our fourth myth? That is that sound baths can heal specific diseases. There are some claims online of magical healing of various ailments, and we have to dispel some of this. While there are some profoundly magical moments that people can have, and more I'll talk about that in a second, we have to really stress that what a sound bath does primarily is bring about deep relaxation, stress relief, the ability to have emotional well-being, to regulate your body, to have your whole being just be immersed in calm. It gives you improved sleep. It resets your nervous system. A sound bath is a wonderful, wonderful thing that can have a whole range of these powerful relaxing effects. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that can cure a disease or an ailment or an illness. That said, if there is an ailment that is something that's sat with someone for a while that is stress-based, when you take that stress away, the ailment can go as well. And personally, I've seen that where someone had a condition that was stress-based and it was very traumatic for them, and once they'd had a sound bath, it just disappeared. And for them, that was a miracle. But we could explain it with science, and we took the time afterwards to sit with them and say, this is what's happening here. You've been living a very stressed existence, and because you've had that stress taken away, it's had a magical effect on you. So sound baths are very powerful, and they're very good for your nervous system and very good for relaxation and for feeling deep calm. But they're not necessarily a panacea for all kinds of ailments and illnesses. And so to our fifth myth, that you need special beliefs to benefit from this, that you need to believe in spirituality, or that you need to believe in energy healing or chakras or any of those things. And that's just not true. Regular people who don't believe in those kind of things, can have just as profound an experience of healing. And often a sound bath is a great way of introducing those people to holistic healing practices. But a sound bath, as mentioned earlier, can be very scientific, is very scientific, and can very much focus just on that track, and how you speak to people as a practitioner really impacts that. So it doesn't really matter what you believe, as long as you come along, you embrace the process, you take the time to lie down, enjoy, have a good time, let those sounds wash over you, and then see how they impact you. And I think you'd be surprised if you've never had a sound bath before. Come along, enjoy the experience, get in touch. Be glad to have you come along to one of ours if you're in the UK, and let you share that magical process yourself, and we'd love to hear your feedback about that. So that's 5 of those myths dispelled. Hopefully we've cleared them up, and there are many others, of course. We may revisit this topic again in the future, but thank you for watching. Please tune in for our next video, which should be out in a few days' time. We look forward to hearing your comments, and please like and share and tell your friends. It would be really helpful if you could do that, and of course please follow the channel. Thanks again for watching. Sending much love. Peace.